Hello, welcome to another class with Physics Anchor. Today we'll be looking at some past questions for those people that will be writing JAMB or UTME. Today we have three questions on the board, and these questions are under the topic work energy and power. So today, let's begin with question number one. A man of mass 50 kg ascends a flight of stairs 5 meters high in 5 seconds. If acceleration due to gravity is 10 meters per second square, the power expended is dash. So we begin in our culture by writing the parameters given in the questions. So we have mass, m equals 50 kilogram. And then we have height given as 5 meters. And then we have time given as 5 seconds. And then what else? We have acceleration due to gravity. That's our g equals 10 meters per second square. And then we are being asked to find the power expended, which is P question mark. So recall that we have power, energy, and time being related, okay, in this formula. That's power equals energy expended over time, or you can call it work done, okay, work done over time. So this is the formula that relates power, energy, and time, or you say power, work done, and time. So according to this, now we can see that this man ascends a flight. In other words, the man has done work by moving his weight through this height 5 meters against the gravity. So we can use this power equals to work done, okay, over time, and we know that our work done is mgh, and with this t we have time. So you can now say power equals, check every parameters given and be sure that they are in their SI units. So the mass is in kilogram, the height is in meter, the time is in seconds, the acceleration due to gravity is in meter per second square. So we can be rest assured that we don't need to do any conversion, so we can go ahead by using them. So our mass is 50, then we have times the acceleration due to gravity times height given, which is 5 meters, and then over 5, which is our time. So 5 cancel 5, then we have 50 multiplied by 10, that will give us 500. And what is the unit of power? That will be watts. So we have the power expended as 500 watts. So that's the breakdown. I hope you are beginning to recall everything you have learned under this topic. So that's how you go about the questions. All these questions there are strictly from JAMB past questions. So let's go ahead with number 2. Okay, just a minute so that we can have space to solve the question number 2. Question number 2. If a water pump at Kanji Dam is capable of lifting 1,000 kilograms of water through a vertical height of 10 meters in 10 seconds, the power of the pump is dash. So let's list out what we have here, the parameters. So we have lifting 1,000 kilograms of water. In other words, that's the mass of water, which is 1,000 kilograms. So we also have here height. The height is 10 meters, and we have time. Time is 10 seconds. Okay, so they are asking us to calculate the power. Okay, P is the question mark. Now, of course, you know, even if you are not being given your acceleration due to gravity, you can always say that what your G is 10 meter per second square is a constant. Okay, so even though we know that the real value of G is 9.81, but in most cases they will give you to use it as what, as 10, so you can make use of it as 10. So looking for power, we have done that. We know that P is equals to mgh over time, because we can see mass here, we can see our G, even though it was not given, we know that it is a constant. And then we have our height already, and we have our time. So we can put this in the formula by saying that 1000, which is m, times 10, which is G, times 10, which is height, over 10, which is time. Okay, this is what we have. And then we can say 10 cancel this 10. So 1000 times 10 will give us power equals to 10,000. Because this is much, we can say that we convert it to what, kilowatt, depending on what you have in the option. So in the options, it is very likely that what, they convert it to what, kilowatt. So we can say this will be 10, okay, kilowatts. The K here means 1000. So if we do 10 times 10, 1000 will give us 10,000. So that's 10 kilowatts or 10,000 watts, depending on how they leave the answer. So this will be the power of the pump that they ask us to actually calculate. So it's as straightforward as that. So I hope you understand this. So let's do justice to number 3. Okay, number 3 question that we have here. A man weighing 800 Newton climbs up a flight of stairs to a height of 15 meters in 12.5 seconds. What is the man's average power output? So they're asking us of the man's average power output. So here we have, okay, the weight of the man, okay, is 800 Newton. So that's, let's call it weight. Okay, and then we have the stairs is of, that's the height 15 meter. Okay, and then we have the time here. The time here is 12.5 seconds given. So that is our time. Okay, so what is the man's average power output? So they're asking us of the man's average power output. So they gave us that what the weight of the man is 800 Newton, and they also gave us that what the height of the stairs is 15 meter, and they also told us that what the time, okay, is 12.5 seconds. So when you look at this very well, we can use this weight as the force. Okay, it can be used as the force. So we can say force equals to the what, W. Of course, you know that what, they are both usually measured in what, in newtons. So your force is your W here, which is what, the weight. And then in the formula, we still use the same formula, power, okay, equals to work done, okay, over time. So the work done here, of course, we have been using in the question number 1 and question number 2, we have used work done as mgh. But of course, if you recall, you know that work done is also force times distance. Okay, force times distance. It is this force, when you use it as weight, you have it as mg, and the distance become what, h. That is why you can also have it as what, mgh. But in this case now, they gave us force, so we don't need to use mgh. We just need to use force times distance over time, and that will give us P equals, what's our force here, which is what, the same thing as the weight. That will be 800 okay, times what's our distance? Our distance is 15. And what is our time? Our time here is 12.5. So if you divide this all through, you are going to have 800 times 150. That's if I convert this, okay, to fractions, and that will be 125. So if you cut all through, 25 here will give us 5. 25 here will give us 6. 5 here 1. 5 in 800 will give us 160. That will be 160. So power will be 160 times 6. So let's multiply that. That will give us 0.669. That will give us 960 watts. Okay, this will be our power. So what can you actually learn from this? You need to understand how to move from one formula to another. Okay, of course, initially in question number 1, we use that what power is equals to mgh over time. You see this mg, okay, is the weight that they are giving us here. Is the weight, okay, mg, because w equals to mg. So it can become either you write it as weight times height over time, or this weight, because it's in Newton, so you can also use it as what? Force times, okay, distance over time. Okay, so the formula can always change like that. So you just have to have the basic understanding and also fundamental understanding while solving questions like this. I hope you have learned something new today, and I hope you have a good understanding of the questions that we have solved today. So I encourage you to please share this video out, subscribe on this channel, and click on the notification button. Always encourage yourself to solve questions, other questions that may also look like this. And of course, I will still try to solve more questions under this topic in subsequent video. My name is Mr. Legend, and I appreciate you for uh, being on this channel to give yourself more understanding and much more preparations for your forthcoming examination. Bye for now.